Yes, YouTube, today I'm showing you my controller settings in Modern Warfare 2. I've had so many people in Twitch chat ask me for my controller settings. The link for my Twitch, by the way, is below. But what I will say is that this is not definitive. There are some settings that are preference and it's very subjective. And what works for me may not work for you. So I'll try my best to explain that as I go along. And just a quick one, I have partnered up with Defy Gaming. You can get 10% off any controllers using code PAIR at checkout. The link will be below. All right, without further ado, let's get into the settings. Okay, so go up to the settings cog, go to quick settings. And what they have added, which is a nice touch, is quick settings. You can save up to 15 of your favorite settings on this menu just by pressing Y on that setting when you get there. Okay, so into controller, your aiming input device is obviously going to be controller. Editing your button layout on this cog, you can individually map each button on your controller. So if there is a layout that you don't like, you can literally map it individually. It's quite a nice touch. I personally use tactical flip, which means I can drop shot with my R3. This is kind of up to your individual preference, but I personally use tactical flip. When I say flipped, I basically shoot with my L1 and my R1. Generally on a normal controller, the R2 and L2 are triggers, which are less responsive than the L1 and the R1. If you want to shoot with your L1 and R1, just click this as on. My stick layout is default. Controller vibration I turn off, and I would highly recommend you do the same. Any sort of controller vibration will affect your shooting in a gunfight, and you want as little distraction as possible, but again, that's up to you. Horizontal stick sensitivity and vertical sensitivity. I play on 10-10. This is completely down to preference. I know some people who play 6-6. I know some people who play 13-13 or 20-20. 10-10 for me was a good balance. What I would say is if you're looking to increase your sensitivity, just increase it incrementally day by day and just play with it and get used to it. Sensitivity multiplier, I have left the same. Vertical aim axis, I have also left the same. Aim down sight behavior, you want to have hold. Automatic sprint. Now, in Warzone, everyone used automatic tac sprint, but because the sprint to fire is so slow in this game, it might be worth changing to automatic sprint and see how you get on. I personally kept with automatic tactical sprint, but it might be worth you going with automatic sprint. You need to be gun ready. Equipment behavior have as hold. Weapon mount activation is ADS and melee. You can use double tap, which means you double tap your aim button to mount. I personally use the melee, which was the same as Warzone. Interact reload behavior is tap to reload. That may change when we move over to Warzone because we might want to prioritize picking up loot and things like that. And then armor plate behavior, which will just apply for Warzone, is apply all. You then want to go into your advanced settings. Target aim assist, you definitely want to keep on. The aim assist in this game is extremely strong and very noticeable, especially when you're aiming down iron sights for some reason. Aim response curve type. Most people I know will play dynamic. Dynamic is generally the more responsive. Some people use linear and some still use standard, but most of the pros and competitive players will all use dynamic. ADS sense multiplier, I would stick to 1. Your ADS sensitivity transition time and keep to instant. And then your custom sensitivity per zoom. The only one I recommend is maybe changing your low zoom to 0.8 or 0.85. Now, I personally actually changed my high zoom, which is with my snipers, to 1.2 because when I'm zooming in on multiplayer, it can just be a bit snappier, and I personally like that, but this is completely up to your preference. Okay, so for your dead zone, you'll want to go into a game for this. Keep your left stick max and your right stick max as 0.99. The right trigger and the left trigger, you want to keep to 0, especially if you're shooting with your L2 and R2. Your dead zone left stick and right stick is basically helping you to alleviate stick drift. Stick drift is where you've used the controller too much and your thumbsticks will start to drift. So what I would recommend is go into a game and change both of these settings down to 0. Now, go up to a wall and have a look at the wall. And as you can see, I am literally not moving my controller. Yet you can see my aim is moving without me doing anything. So you're going to want to go into settings and change your dead zone on your right stick until you stop moving. So I'm going to change it to 0.4 and see if it works. So as you can see, I've changed my controller to 0.4. However, my character is still moving on my right stick. So I'm going to need to change the dead zone even higher. This setting needs to be as low as possible without you having any stick, okay? And then do exactly the same for your left stick. I don't feel like I'm moving, so I might just leave it as 0 for now. But if I do feel like I'm doing that in game, I would move it up. And then on to movement behavior. Generally, auto move forward is off. Tactical sprint behavior, double tap. Grounded mantle off. Automatic airborne mantle off. Automatic ground mantle off. Invert slide and dive behavior standard. Plunging underwater movement. Parachute auto deploy off. And sprinting door bash on. Your ADS stick swap is off. Your backpack alternate control is off. Weapon mount exit delay as short. Depleted ammo switch I leave on. That's when you run out of your ammo and a weapon. It will change weapons automatically for you. And then quick C4 detonation I've left off. But again, that's up to your preference. Vehicle camera recenter short delay. Camera initial position free look. And then score scoreboard map behavior, toggle, double tap, danger, ping delay as moderate. The only other setting I wanted to show you was over at the interface. If you go down and you have your center dot, if you want that little center dot in the middle of your screen as on, and you can also change the size of it to large or largest, I would definitely personally keep it on default. This sometimes just helps you identify in the middle of your screen if you sometimes struggle with centering onto target. If this video has helped you, please make sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting so much more Modern Warfare 2 content, and let me know if you have any feedback in the comments.